Pokemon! Insectogs!
Just stop.
Ferchata!
Welcome back. I missed you like, I miss the sense of joy and accomplishment and love I once had. Luckily for me, there's plenty of hatred, and it's all directed entirely at Nintendo, which is the cool thing to do now, which brings me a new form of joy. Either way, I love it. This new era where people can finally admit Nintendo is overrated and are not the saviors of gaming or the only company carrying gaming on its back.
You can take a Joy-Con and shove it all the way up your ass.
Truth is, if you ask someone like me, I always just kind of thought Nintendo was overrated. I could understand for people who solely play Nintendo games that, yeah, I guess Mario might be like the greatest thing to you. But these days, Nintendo is not the only gaming company, and its fandom seems to forget that, which is why it's so easy to trash them right now, which is why it's also very popular. I mean, Jesus Christ, you guys gave me 1,000 subs last video. We're at 115,000 subs now. But don't let me stop you. I mean, you guys could give me more. I ain't gonna complain. As a matter of fact, if you do want to hear me complain, it's only going to be complaining about the hottest toy this season. And yes, I'm calling the Switch 2 a toy because that's literally what it is. It's a toy. And the products made for it are for children. Which is why when I see grown-ass adults in line waiting for the midnight launch of a kid's toy, it's like watching grown-ass adults playing at the McDonald's jungle gym. Get the fuck out of there. Let the kids have fun. This is not for you. What is wrong with you guys?
We used to beat people up like that!
Some people may not like my method, but honestly, insulting, humiliating, and trashing Nintendo fans is a necessary evil. There was a time long ago where you could not say a single negative thing about Nintendo. Those days are over. It's melting all the Nintendo channel's brains, which is good. Anybody who dedicates their life to glazing a corporation and building a brand and identity off of it must be ridiculed. It's not normal. It's not healthy. Let Fratanga Big Brother you for just one day, huh? Hear me out. Pokemon Legends ZA has released, and it's basically the biggest pile of dog shit ever for a Pokemon game, which is saying a lot because most of them are trash anyway. But this one specifically has been getting shat on, and the damage control happening on Twitter is just amazing. Pokemon fanboys are some of the worst people on the planet. I got messages from people telling me to go back to Mexico because I think the game looks gay.
It's not gay, come on.
And you know what? To all the people pissed off at me that keep directing people towards my channel hoping it hurts me, all you did was help. I gained more subs because you keep bringing attention to me, and I will repay you with misery because that's just how I do business. And today's misery involves Pokemon Legends ZA sales. I bring good news for those of you who like this channel, and I bring pain and suffering for those of you who despise me. Well, allegedly anyway. It's actually very hard to properly estimate Pokemon Legends ZA sales. At the moment, we don't have enough sales figures to come to the conclusion that Pokemon Legends ZA failed. But even then, if Pokemon Legends ZA missed its mark by like 50%, it would still be an overwhelming success. Nonetheless, I will take the W, because any single time I see Nintendo not live up to expectations, or their products not live up to their expectations, I celebrate. I might go and buy some Yay after this. This comes to us from Gaming Bulls. Well, actually, multiple gaming sites have been reporting on it, which is a goddamn miracle, because finding journalists who want to negatively report on Nintendo news is like trying to find CNN reporting on things BLM has done. Pokemon Legends ZA tops UK physical charts. Launch sales down 40% over Arceus. 40%! Oh my god, I got pretty close. I thought to myself, I'll be happy at 50, but I'll take 40. Anything, any little sale that's denied to Nintendo. Oh, I love it. More. The less this game sells, the better. Not just for the franchise, but for all of gaming as a whole. This is pure slop, and they couldn't even bother to serve it to you on a silver platter while they were at it. Despite the lower physical launch sales, the latest Pokemon title is still the Switch 2's second biggest launch in the region. I mean, you know, it's Pokemon, it's gonna sell regardless. But Game Freak's Pokemon Legends ZA premiered last Friday on Nintendo Switch 1 and 2, marking the first time. See, that's the one thing, actually, I want to stop there real quick. This game released on 2 consoles, the Switch 1 and the Switch 2. So that makes me wonder, how is it possible to have 40% lower sales? It would seem that in spite of the fact that Twitter wants to defend this title so much and lie to your face and gaslight every single person into thinking that, no, we're all wrong, the game is fantastic. Looks like our voices actually did something. It actually convinced people not to buy the game. Well, at least in my head, that's currently full of nitrous, that's what I would like to believe. But who really knows? It could be a combination of several factors. But it certainly doesn't have anything to do with promotional problems, advertising problems, or any sort of inventory issues. The game was marketed heavily. So to have 40% sales less on 2 consoles combined, while Arceus drew in more people, isn't that strange to you? Perhaps these Nintendo glazers, these Nintoddlers or whatnot on social media were wrong. People looked at Legend ZA and knew it wasn't worth their money. While Nintendo has yet to announce sales figures, it topped physical sales charts in the UK. Everything tops in the UK. As a matter of fact, UK boxed sales are always overreported, if you ever noticed. According to Chris Dring of the Game Business, the Switch 2 version made up 51% of the sales. While it's the second biggest launch on the platform this year behind Mario Kart World, well, most people bought that bundle. Does that even count? Physical sales are down 40%! From Pokemon Legends Arceus, bundles are figured into the sales, though that doesn't include the Nintendo store. See, that's what we'll find out if it sold more or less. 40% down from Pokemon Legends Arceus is a good sign, to me anyway. And while this total doesn't account for digital sales, Dring estimates that it wouldn't make a huge difference since it's selling for $10 higher. Nintendo could make up the difference that way. Being available on 2 platforms instead of 1 also wouldn't hurt. Time will tell, so stay tuned for more updates. With regards to its critical reception, Pokemon Legends ZA has an 80 whatever. Honestly, perhaps the hype just wasn't there, because the game looked like complete trash leading up to its launch. I have never seen so much hatred for one single intellectual property like I did for Pokemon, but it was good. I know Pokemon fanboys hate hearing that, but trust me, it is good when the bad Pokemon products don't chart well, or perform well, or are not critically received well, because bad products should not get good treatment. I know that's a foreign concept to you guys, but if even like 1 person doesn't purchase the game because of things I've said in my videos, I'm happy with that. I'm ecstatic. Especially when they message me and they tell me, you know what, Frit, you're right. I canceled my pre-order. Good. Now give me your money. The damage control, of course, is just insane. Pokemon fans keep the pressure on Nintendo, Game Freak, and the Pokemon Company. If you want Pokemon and Nintendo to innovate, the only way is to speak with your wallet. 40% fewer units sold than Pokemon Legends Arceus is incredible, and I hope these numbers are proven true moving forward. You deserve more. Great, I love this guy. That's Fake Wizard. You know what? I think I should hit subscribe on his channel. There's not much content I like out there. Hell, I don't like people in general, but if a person says they hate Nintendo, they're my friend now. Yes, I am that petty. Dumbass doesn't realize people are waiting to buy Pokemon Legends ZA during the Christmas sales when they get the game with the Switch 2. Come on, man. I thought you were an expert in marketing. 40% less sales than Arceus on a platform like the Switch 1 and Switch 2 is not a good sign. And holy copium, this guy really thinks people are saving their Pokemon Legends ZA purchase like they're saving their virginity. Just waiting for the right person to come and pop that cherry. I don't think so. I think people are waiting for good games from Nintendo, and this one's not good. I know. You don't like hearing it, but it's not good. You shouldn't be upset if it sold 40% lower. Why would that upset you? Why would that info make your blood boil in the first place? Like, what do you get out of the game selling well and scoring well if it's not even good? Everyone's got an agenda. I mean, yeah, I got one too. My agenda is just that I hate this company and I will celebrate every time they do bad. But what's your agenda exactly? You want the company to succeed for the sake of it? Like, what do you even get out of that? At least for me, I get joy and comfort. You get nothing. You literally just get dog shit served to you. Either way, we will find out in time Whether Pokemon Legends EA is a success or not, but newsflash, I'll just tell you ahead of time. Of course it's a success. That's like expecting YouTube Kids to fail. The demographic for Nintendo is an endless pit of money. There's nothing parents wouldn't do for their kids, even if it means feeding them slop like Pokemon Legends. In which case, the fuck, you're a terrible parent. Why would you do that to your kid? Why would you actively set your kid on the path to autism? Bad mom, bad dad. Do your kid a favor, buy them a fucking guitar. Of course, like I said though, of course the game is a success. But if it's not meeting the success Pokemon wants, that's the first step in the right direction. Something Pokemon fans should have been doing from the start, but they can't help themselves. They treat Pokemon like it's a bag of Coke, and Coke is overrated enough as it is. For Pokemon fanatics, the news is devastating, but for people like me, it's great. If companies make less money, I sleep better. Why? Because fuck them. That's why. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you so choose to. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.
Africanga sucks ass.